program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now watching the Alan and DJ Show.
Yo, Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas. Y'all know what time this is, man. Time for the Alan and DJ TV show program. And I think it's like our 100th episode now.
Yep.
Woo! But we don't want to celebrate till we get to 200 episodes. We're going to have balloons, candles, and all that good stuff. Big old cake. You know I'll be able to eat that when I lose some more weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, though, man. But I'm Alan.
And this is your boy, DJ, man.
DJ, what's going on, Dirty?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know, it just, I think Bambi the deer got mad at me yesterday, man. Because, you know, she was like, when we going to go out there, go catch some more squirrels and, you know, have a big feast. I said, Bambi, I'm trying to go on this new weight loss journey. I don't want no squirrel meat. What you mean? And I don't know. Like, I need your help, DJ, because sometimes I feel like it's hard for me to tell her no.
Yeah.
Because when I tell her no, she want to pick a fight and start an argument. Damn, bro, that's it.
That's it?
That's it, bro. Well, we need to talk about that today. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Because y'all might be going through what I'm going out there in the world as well, going through what I'm going through out there. So let's talk about today why it's so hard to say no. And we know that you can say no. We know that. Because he is the king of it. My mama was the queen of it. They tell you, but no in a minute. But for some others, sometimes it might be a little hard to say no.
Absolutely.
And I understand. You know, people don't want to deal with what comes with it. But that's okay, though, because we finna help you out today. And we finna bring it to you the way the Alan and DJ show know how to bring it to you. So without further ado, let's talk about bullet point number 1, DJ. Fear of conflict and disappointing others.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one, man, because, like, in this world, like, we're always people pleasers, and like we always seeking approval, and we need to kind of like take a pause and stop that and be able to like not be so involved in trying to like seek approval, but like social media then pretty much enhance that to where like that's all you look for, and when you don't have that validation or when you're constantly seeking it, then it gets to the point to where like if you don't have it, then you basically feel unfulfilled.
So, you know, and it's funny that you mentioned that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, okay, when you say the fear of like conflict and, you know what I'm saying, disappointing others, people don't want you to look at them a certain type of way.
Absolutely.
So some may be worried about how they might make you upset, or, you know, they don't want you to view them as like a negative person. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, they want you to be like, oh, man, like, you know, he or she might stop being my friend because I said no. But sometimes it's okay to say no. Like, sometimes if you have other obligations, you know what I'm saying, like, people might not understand. You know, like, you might have a doctor's appointment. So I can't stop my doctor's appointment to go to your football game.
Yeah.
Or I can't stop my doctor's appointment to go to brunch. I just can't do that right now.
Yeah.
And some people don't understand because they only thinking selfish of themselves.
Yep.
So sometimes you might be like, hey, like with all due respect, I'm gonna have to take a rain check.
Absolutely. And like what we also been taught in this world is like that conflict is actually a bad thing, and sometimes it's really not, dude.
No.
And like, and we're also taught to like avoid it, and also like use, and like when we do avoid it, we always use these defense mechanisms to like try to avoid the conflict. But sometimes we have to take on that particular conflict, because if we don't take on that conflict, then it's going to be harder and harder for you to say no to anything. And
sometimes, you know, like you have to face conflict head first.
Absolutely.
So like sometimes, you know, you can't always run from the situation.
Nope.
You know, where somebody say, okay, like, man, when I see him or when I see Dirty or when I see her, you know, like I'm going to confront her about whatever the situation may be. You have to just face it. Sometimes it is what it is. And you're not going to always make everybody happy. Like, not everybody's going to be happy with the decisions that you make. So ask yourself this before we jump to the next bullet point. Are you living for them or are you living for yourself?
I'm living for them. I was just messing with you, though. No, I was just messing with you.
Hey, you know, I ain't gonna lie though. Like, I'm living for ooh man, say some. You know what? I done seen some nice cheerleaders on the. I think you was playing semi-pro football. Man, them women look nice. That's another story for another day.
I know, right?
So we're talking about bullet point number 2: fear of rejection.
Oh yeah, this a good one too, dude.
So DJ, this is a good one because now, then they got to the point where they're building up the confidence to say no.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't do it. But then now here comes the fear of rejection part, because just because they said no now, they might feel like, dang, you know, like Dirty gonna start like exit me out of everything, you know what I'm saying, just because I said no. But why is this so important though, DJ?
Because like how you stated it before, basically it changed the dynamics of the relationship. And like at the end of the day, like we said before, people want to be accepted.
Yeah.
And if they're not accepted, then they feel lost. Like people don't want to be different. And it's hard to step outside your box and be different, because when you're different, you're considered an outsider in this world.
No, facts, man. You know, some people are afraid that when you tell them no, you know, they might feel like, okay, if I tell this person no, they're going to start abandoning me. They're going to start dogging me out. They're going to, you know what I'm saying, stop wanting to hang out with me. Mm-hmm. Also a fear of like, you feel like this person won't like no longer like me. All because I said no. But you forgot how many times I said yes.
Yep.
Forgot how many times I done loaned you bread. We're going to use that as an example.
Yep.
Forgot how many times I done came through and, you know, paid your bills, slid you some cheese. You know what I'm saying? Study kicking it. Even when I didn't want to do it, I studied kicking the cheese out to you.
Absolutely.
And then one time I said, hey, no, absolutely not. I just can't do it. Because at some point you have to draw a line somewhere. And then people feel like, damn, if I say no, like Dirty gonna start dogging me out, or you know what I'm saying, like I feel like he or she ain't gonna like me no more. Mm-hmm. Or let's say if your partner asks you to do something sexual that you feel uncomfortable with, now you feel like she no longer like you, she gonna go find a next cat that do it.
Yeah.
Then you gotta be prepared for whatever which way this situation go.
And the reason why people hate rejection too is because like after that rejection actually happens, then sometimes you stand alone, and you know what we said before, like people hate to be alone.
Yeah.
Like they can't be without people. Like they either gotta be in a relationship or they gotta be with a crowd of people, or they gotta have friends around them in order for them to feel like a man or feel like a woman. Like
Dirty, like that's what I always say, like sometimes being alone is the best thing that can happen to you. People always say like, yeah, you need to be with somebody, or, you know, you getting to this age right here, how come you ain't got Dirty? Because that ain't the way my life's set up.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing what's best for me. I'm doing what I want to do. Maybe everybody ain't meant to have kids.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody don't want kids. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe people trying to chase their dreams and goals and aspirations because you settled down in life and you decided to have kids, and kids are a beautiful thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like you might have choose to settle, and you might not be low key, not happy where you at. So why you know what I'm saying, want to drag me down? Misery loves company, Dirty. I don't try to be around stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Because then, you know, you get to these questions and people trying to, you know, ain't nobody got time for that. And then bullet point 3, feeling obligated.
Oh, yeah.
So now at this point, people think that you should be obligated to do this for me. Or
Yeah.
DJ, you should be obligated to buy me a meal. It's my birthday. I know you're going to give me a meal. And you like, first off, I never said that I was, but Dirty, I don't got to do this. You know what I'm saying? So break that down, DJ.
Absolutely. Like basically when you feel, when it comes down to saying no, when you feel obligated, basically if you say no and something happens to that person, like you're gonna actually live with that type. You're gonna feel guilty, and you're gonna live with that type of guilt because you said no, and now a negative effect happened because of that.
Because, you know, people have what you call that, a sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
You got the people who hate on you. You got the people who has it feels like you obligated to do something for them. Mm-hmm. You have people that feel like a sense of entitlement, and you like, you know, like I don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing this the kindness of my heart. And that's the problem.
Absolutely.
So when we play with stuff off the kindness of our heart, just because you're being helpful the first 2 times, let's say, now I feel like you're responsible for keep being helpful to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm just sitting there taking advantage of you at this point. And I'm like, man, dog, so, bro, I mean, dog, you don't get paid for the next 2 weeks. Man, you said that last time.
Yep.
Man, bro, like, man, I have to go give me a meal. Okay, well, I just be starving out here, bro. You want me to be sick and have no energy to work. All that sense of obligation and entitlement, or, you know, hey, I pick you up 5, 6 times and never once, I'm like, Dirk, let's go. I don't pay for the meal. I don't probably give you gas. That's feeling obligated, because now you call them out on it. Well, you should want to do this for me, bro. Because, bro, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be. Hey, what they got to do with now? You know what I'm saying? Just because, you bought me some shoes in 1989 when I can't even remember how old I'm, man, dude, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, dirty. Like, and DJ, I hate when people do that.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? So one time you tell them no, it's a problem.
Absolutely.
But look how many times I told you yes.
Yep. The crazy thing about feeling obligated too is, like, you make yourself be a crutch to that other person. So you're basically enabling that person to advance or become a better person because you're basically like his side. You basically like his side. So, like, if you're not there, that person can't function. So, like, and then, like, on top of that, like, you feel like you owe that person. Yeah. For what they did for you, and you feel like if you don't obtain that, then obviously that person is going to turn on you, and you feel like that's what's going to happen, and you like,
I just like, bro, like, just know, like, I'm not obligated to do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll look out for you. I like to help those who are trying to help themselves, you know what I'm saying? Which bring me into the next bullet point, man, lack of boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have your boundaries, which is like your lack of priorities in order, people going to walk all over you like a doormat. So if you're taught healthy boundaries, you might feel a sense of guilty, or, you know, you might feel embarrassed when you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, let them know what it is, you know what I'm saying, and then, like, they're trying to make you feel bad because of a decision that you're trying to make to better yourself.
Absolutely.
So it's like, you know, hey, bro, I'm sorry, but this time, man, I can't keep loaning you money, man. I don't know what you're doing with your money, bro, but I just can't keep giving you bread. Like, dude, I'm not an ATM. Oh, bro, man, you bogus as a mud. All right, bro. No, bro, man, just leave me alone, bro. You're like, dog, what's wrong with you? Dog, I don't want nothing to say to you, bro. and then you like, bro, you acting like a straight woman right now because I said no. I'm not going to keep giving you no bread. You work like I work. Yeah. What's up with your, you know what I'm saying, dirty? Like, what's up with your dough?
Yep.
Bro, man, you know I got like these kids and I got to do this. That's your problem. What if I wasn't here, then how would you make it?
Yep.
Tell them to ask themselves that.
Yep. No, but when you don't set your boundaries in a relationship or a situation, like, it's hard for you to reject somebody's offer.
Yeah. No, I mean, DJ, because it's true, man. You know, like, when people, like, don't set boundaries from the beginning, where, like, let's say if you start to know a pattern to start to get kind of shaky, and you like, man, hold on, dirty, like, this is the third or fourth time this cat asking me for some bread, or, you know, the third or fourth time little mama keep throwing it out there that, you know, stuff coming up. Okay, what they got to do with me? Mm-hmm. You know, like, if I'm not your man and we ain't together or anything like that, you know, I don't mind helping a friend, but don't think that I'm obligated to neither. So I have to put healthy boundaries out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I just don't be going to loan money to people like that. I don't know who you think I am. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not Donald Trump. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, Jeff Bezos or anything like that. I'm not an ATM machine, sweetheart. Yeah. So, you know, I can't do that. And I'm gonna say the best way to do this is with the next bullet point. I want to teach you guys how to start off small. Okay. So DJ, like, let's help them learn how to start off small when they want to tell people no, I can't give it to you.
What it does, what this basically does is, like if you say no to like the small things, like it basically builds you up later to say no to like the bigger things, basically.
Basically, you know, like it's like practicing like little minor ways of saying no. Like low stake requests is like it helps you build your confidence gradually. You know, like so let's say if a person like, hey, bro, like, man, I know I asked for 20 a couple of times, but you know, counsel, just get another 20. Hey, bro, I mean, with all due respect, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
But it also like builds your confidence up to where like if you do say no, you won't feel bad that you said no.
Exactly. Or okay, let's say if they hit you from a standpoint of, hey, can you come out to the club tonight? Thanks for asking, man, but I can't. That's one way you could say it. Or I appreciate the offer, but I have to pass this time. And you ain't got to get no explanation why, because you don't owe nobody nothing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it right now. Or, unfortunately, that won't work for me. I know what y'all trying to do, and I know which route and direction you guys trying to go in as a business, but that ain't going to work for me. I think I'm okay.
Absolutely.
And then I got one for you for when you're too busy. I honor your thought of me, but I'm actually kind of incapacitated right now. I got a lot going on, or my schedule is full and I'm not taking any new commitments at this moment, but I'll keep you in mind. Like those are little things that you could say to kind of, you know, it helps you know how to say no better.
Absolutely.
But just more in a professional way.
Absolutely. But also like when you start off small, like you got to be firm, and you got to be able to like stand on that, because a lot of people be like, I'm gonna start off small, but then when they go to make the approach and actually do it, then they give in to the peer pressure when you be like, well, I said no, I can't do it, and they be like, man, come on, man, like, can you do that? Come on, man, like, I need your help, but can you please help me? And that person begging you, then all of a sudden you give in. Nah, when you start small, you got to stay firm to that.
Man, dog, like for real, man, you got to hold it down. You know, like you can't be afraid, like DJ said, to stand on your 10. You know, you say what you say, you got to mean what you say. So then in the future, a person might have a little bit more respect for you. Like, oh, man, I know dog ain't going to. Nah, bro, DJ, man, I know he going to say no. Hey, Will, let me ask you something, you know. Yeah. So, like, they know who they can pick with and who they can't pick with.
Yep.
And then I'm going to say next bullet point, man, just knowing your priorities, man. Like, so what I mean by that is, like, knowing who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, regularly check in with yourself and understand sometimes it's okay to take mental clarity and, you know what I'm saying, take time and to be into your emotions and know your limits and clarify things that makes it easier for you to say yes or no. And when you do that, your values would align with its goals. And, you know, that way, you know, you'll start learning how to say, hey, like, sometimes I have to put myself first. Sometimes I have a lot of stuff going on and I just can't be what you want me to be. You know, I just can't jump up and do what you want me to do. Like, everybody got different things that interest them. The things that might interest you might not interest me. So that's like in the last bullet point, I gave you certain examples on how to say things. Like, hey, I'm glad that you thought of me and I'm considerate of that, but that's not going to work for me.
Absolutely.
And mean it.
Absolutely. And like when it comes down to knowing your priorities, like we also been taught like in this lifetime to be selfless and not selfish. And sometimes we need to reverse that. Sometimes we need to be selfish.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yep. Because like we was always taught to like think about others, make other people the priority. Exactly. But in the long run, you lose yourself in that process. So like what you want to do is basically like you want to reverse that and be selfish and make yourself the priority, so you could be able to stand firm on what you believe in and stuff.
No, like, and that makes sense. You know, like even sometimes when, you know what I'm saying, knowing your priorities, sometimes before someone asks you a question like, hey, dog, we finna do this tonight. You know what I'm saying, bro, man, I know you're getting down and you know, you might have a research paper to do. Yep. You might have goals that you're trying to work on so you become a very best version of yourself. Or, you know, you might have to go to the gym. And, you know, sometimes you might have to say, I would say just take time before answering things. And the reason why I say that is because if you're unsure, you don't have to immediately say anything. You can say, well, let me get time to think about that, and let me check my calendar, and I get back to you. And that helps you be able to make a decision without feeling pressure.
Absolutely.
And it gives you a chance to, take time out to see, this is what I really want. So that's what I mean by knowing your priorities and knowing who you are as a person.
Absolutely. But a lot of people don't even know that their priorities or
No, they don't.
Or don't know the order that their priorities should be in.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should always consider yourself first, and then after that, then it's 2, 3, 4, and however else you want to put it. Like, but they got it all mixed up. Like, depending on like the person that you are, they mix it up and say like, oh, I'm gonna put family first, or I'm gonna put my girlfriend or boyfriend first, and oh, I'm gonna put job first. But then you neglected something else in the process.
Something else, and that's what started to, the little things start to become really big.
Yeah.
That's why I say sometimes, when we say put yourself first, we're not trying to say it so much in a super selfish way. But if I don't put myself first, how can I be healthy for you? How can I do anything for you?
Yeah.
If I'm not doing anything for myself to make sure I'm good, to make sure that you're good. So just think about that. And the last bullet point, man, just reframe your mindset. Sometimes you have to shift your mindset over, man.
Absolutely.
And view saying no as an act of like self-care, not selfishness. Because sometimes you have to take care of you.
Yep.
And you're providing energy that can show up more fully for future commitments that you probably like truly care about. So sometimes when I'm saying no, that don't mean that I'm selfish. Sometimes I have to get certain things done so I might have more time to spend with you. But if I don't get this done, then I'm going to be in deep trouble. So things got to get done.
Absolutely. And like when it comes down to reframing your mindset, like like I said, people hate change. And when you say no, that changes your mind frame to where like it might even feel off because you're not used to saying no. Then all of a sudden you say no, and the after effects of you saying no, you like, whoa, hold on, did I just do that? And now you kind of sometimes feel uncomfortable because you like, man, I ain't used to this feeling. But then once you keep saying no, then your mind all of a sudden shift to where like you get used to it.
Exactly. And I just want y'all to know this. There's nothing wrong with saying no as long as you're doing it in a more, in a way where, you're not being dirty about it. But, you're being selfish. Well, sometimes you're being selfish for yourself because you have to be. Mm-hmm. Like if I know that I got a 15, 20-page research paper to do, why the heck am I at the club with you? Or if I know my rent got to be paid, why am I out here buying everybody shots like I'm the man? Not knowing when I leave this place, I got to go back and face reality. That's just not smart. Yeah. So without further ado, man, we're going to give you the Alan and DJ's final thought. DJ, what's your final thought when it comes to why is it so hard to say no?
Basically, like what you want to do is like you want to set your boundaries and stuff like that, because if you set your boundaries early in any type of dynamics like work, school, relationship, anywhere, then saying no is easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I would say, don't feel so obligated to feel like that you have to do anything, Start with the small things, as I mentioned before. If I say, as I mentioned, my answer still hasn't changed, or I need you to respect my decision. When I said no, I mean no. And once you do that, and you just acknowledge like your feelings without you feeling like you have to judge yourself, and use compassionate self-talk. Like, hey, you know what? I know I made the right decision because at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me and my family and my team. And once you just did that, you just became the very best version of yourself. Now, this is the Alan and DJ Show. You can find the Alan and DJ Show at gmail.com. If you have any questions about what you want us to talk about next, you can find the Alan and DJ Show on YouTube. And you can find the Alan and DJ Show on our fan page with over 10,000 plus growing fans. And you can find my personal page, Alan Hutchinson, on Instagram and Facebook, and my dirty, the one and only in-house producer, William J. Smith, on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, I'm not going to always tell you yes. I said no, and I mean it. Because you know why? We want to stay well. We want to stay healthy.
Peace.
Y'all ready?